Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested. Hey, we're going to take a break from reviewing The Crown because I didn't get a chance to watch it today. Hung out with some family that was in town. And so instead what we're going to do is a random ranking. And I think I'm going to try and make this random ranking go quick. So when I pick the three movies that we will pick randomly and then rank from most favorite to least favorite, I'm going to pick three movies that are next to each other. Right next to each other. Just to speed things up a bit. 1, 2, 3. We got to make sure I've seen all three of these films. If I haven't, I need to replace it with one that I haven't, that I have seen. Let's see. So I'm going to rank them here in the video, and if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Seen it, I saw it so long ago. I'm going to move one of them out because I don't feel confident in ranking it. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's funny. All right, so, yeah, I'll rank them here. You can rank them in the comments below if you'd like. First, we have, this is actually a very weird thing that's about to happen here. You know what? I'm going to change the order in which I show these. Okay, first, we have King Kong, the, what is it, 76? 1976? Yeah, King Kong right here. This one, you know, is different than the original, different than the Peter Jackson version. It feels like, you know, they're trying to modernize it and make it a little bit more about capitalism and do so through like an oil company or gasoline company or something like that. The man in suit just feels very man in suit. I think of the three, when we're looking at King Kong, I prefer the claymation of the original, that stop motion, and I prefer the CGI of Peter Jackson's version. I also like the look of King Kong in the newer films, like Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs. Kong, or whatever those movies are called. So this was probably my least favorite example of what King Kong looks like from the films I just mentioned, but it's still pretty cool. We get the, you know, two towers and everything. Jessica Lange, beautiful in it, but it's not really one of my favorites. James Grodin is cool, or just James Grodin, sorry, Charles Grodin. I just like seeing him and stuff because he was like a childhood. I just thought he was so funny in Beethoven and Clifford and stuff like that. He just kind of seemed like a big part of my childhood, and then I discover him in like these older movies, so it's just kind of cool to see him in a lot of older stuff. And obviously Jeff Bridges is in here, which is interesting because that brings us to True Grit with Jeff Bridges. So this is a remake of the original where Rooster Cogburn is played by John Wayne. I've seen both versions. I prefer this version. Let's see. She was nominated for... Look at this. Her name isn't even here. What on earth? So Haley Steinfeld, clearly the lead actress in the film, her name is not even here. I know it's about stardom, but also, shouldn't it also a little bit be about lead actress, the lead? She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress? No, that doesn't make any sense because she's the lead of this film. But yeah, great movie here. I think the Coens did a great job. Somebody's calling this a masterpiece. John, awardcircuit.com, okay. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic film. I really like it. I've only seen it maybe 2-3 times, something like that, but very, very good. But, okay, so we had Jeff Bridges, right? And then here we have Jeff Bridges again, but also, who's that? That's Matt Damon, which brings us to The Informant, which is about price fixing of high fructose corn syrup. And this movie takes place in Illinois, which is where I live. So this is pretty cool. It's like, you know, a story about that takes place in a town I'm familiar with, and you know, I know the name of. So it's kind of like, oh, cool. I know these places. Excuse me. Fighting a cold. I've been doing that for a long time. This is the longest cold ever, feels like. But yeah, this is interesting. It's about a guy who basically like stops. He's an informant for the FBI and is able to stop a company from price fixing high fructose corn syrup, but he also like gets in trouble himself, and he does like a lot of dumb things, and got into some major trouble himself. And I don't know, he's an interesting character to follow. I don't think I like the cover art here, but like his facial expression does kind of show how he's kind of like a idiot. But yeah, original and very funny. I'd agree with you, Leonard Maltin. So I like this movie. It's interesting. Steven Soderbergh made it. And yeah, it's a good one. So how am I going to rank these? This is kind of hard. Gosh, I don't know. It's like, I think I'm going to put King Kong last, even though, I feel like it has a place in cinema history. It has a very strong place in cinema history. I remember riding the ride for this movie at Universal Studios in Orlando. They had a King Kong ride based off of this movie, and I rode it. I feel like it was based off this. Maybe it was based on the original, the 33, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was based off of this. And I might put True Grit up front. I mean, it's a good movie. I don't watch it very much, but I think it's great. And then we have The Informant right here, which is, I think, really good, interesting, and funny. I think this is my ranking. It's kind of tough. I like all these movies quite a bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say yes. This is my ranking. I don't feel confident in it. I feel like there are times when I could put all three of these in the front, all three of these in the middle, and all three of these in the back. But this is where I'm at right now. I want to watch True Grit, and then The Informant, and then King Kong. Maybe this is just kind of a how I feel on the order in which I'd like to watch these. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. True Grit, The Informant, and King Kong. My question to you is, have you seen these movies? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all three, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.